What if I told you the Atlanta Falcons' deadliest weapon this season isn't a quarterback or a wide receiver, but four massive linemen who play The Sims together instead of Madden because they're too competitive? What if I told you this group could protect the quarterback like Fort Knox and pave the way to a Super Bowl run, and no one's talking about it? Buckle up, because what's happening behind the scenes at Falcons camp might just be the story that changes everything. Falcons fans, get ready, because I've got something wild to tell you. Something that's going to hit Mercedes-Benz Stadium like thunder. What I saw at training camp isn't just exciting, it's a sign that something special is building inside this team. You think you've seen chemistry before? Trust me, not like this. The Falcons' offensive line, yes, the big guys in the trenches, they're not just blocking defenders. They're building something bigger. A bond, a brotherhood. These guys aren't just teammates. They're living together, eating together, gaming together. And not just casual gaming. No, these dudes are so competitive, they refuse to play football games against each other. I'm not kidding. One of them left his NCAA football game at home because he didn't want to get embarrassed by his roommate. That's how intense the fire is inside these warriors. So what do they play instead? The Sims. That's right. These 300-pound monsters, instead of smashing heads in virtual football, are building digital families, decorating homes, and laughing together like best friends. Sounds funny, right? But it's more serious than you think. Because this isn't about games. It's about trust. It's about closeness. It's about chemistry. And that kind of bond doesn't stop when the controller gets put down, it carries onto the field. When your offensive line knows each other this well, when they're this close, every block becomes smoother. Every adjustment happens faster. Every decision is made in perfect sync. It's like watching one body move across 5 players. Let me break it down for you. Our center just got promoted to the starting spot. That's a huge responsibility. But is he nervous? No way. He's embracing it like a warrior. Why? Because he knows the guys next to him have his back. That's what happens when you go to battle with your brothers. This offensive line isn't just ready. They're dangerous. Quietly, under the radar, they're becoming one of the tightest, most united groups in the entire NFL. And when you've got linemen this connected, this smart, and this powerful, your quarterback doesn't just survive, he thrives. This is the kind of story no one's talking about. But come game day, every defensive line in the league is going to find out. The Falcons' strength starts where most people aren't even looking. How confident are you in the Falcons' offensive line this year? Rate them from 1 to 10 in the comments, and tell me if you think this brotherhood could be the key to a deep playoff run. This isn't just your average offensive lineman. No, this is the kind of player who wins at everything. He's so intense, so ultra-competitive, that his own teammates don't even want to play video games with him. Why? Because he shows no mercy. He'll destroy you in Madden, run up the score, and laugh while doing it. That's the energy he brings. And now he's our starting center. Now imagine that same fire when he lines up on Sundays, eye to eye with a 350-pound beast on the other side. He's not backing down. He's going to war every single play. That killer instinct isn't just for fun. It's real. It's contagious. And right now, it's spreading across the entire Falcons' offensive line. And here's something most people don't know: what we're seeing from this O-line group is rare. In the NFL, most linemen practice together, then go home. But not this unit. These guys choose to stick together at camp, at meals, in the dorms. They're not just teammates. They're becoming brothers. That kind of trust? You can't fake it. It turns ordinary lines into unstoppable machines. But it's not just our offense that's making headlines. There's a defensive shockwave coming, and hardly anyone's talking about it yet. Word around the league is that a superstar defensive tackle, one who signed a contract worth over $100 million, might suddenly be on the move. This is a player who can wreck a game with one play. a force who lives in the backfield and turns third and long into third and punt. And guess what? The Atlanta Falcons are circling. If this move happens, we're not just talking about a good defense anymore. We're talking about a championship defense. This is the exact kind of leader we've been missing. Someone who commands double teams and still gets the sack. Someone who makes offensive coordinators lose sleep. Now imagine this. On one side, you've got a Falcons offensive line that's more connected than ever, guys who live together, train together, and even avoid video games just to stay cool with each other. On the other side, you've got a defensive monster who could take over games from the inside. That's not just improvement, that's domination. You want the truth? While other teams are dealing with locker room drama and messy headlines, our guys are out here bonding over late-night sims and Xbox battles. That's the kind of chemistry money can't buy. This team isn't just getting better, it's transforming. And if this defensive move goes through, the Falcons could be about to take flight in a way nobody expected. Now I want to hear from you, Falcons fans. How confident are you in this team right now? Drop your rating from 1 to 10 in the comments below and tell me. Would you go all in for that defensive monster? Let's talk. When your offensive line is this close, when the trenches are full of warriors who'd run through walls for each other, you don't just run the ball, you punish people. 4th and short? That's not a gamble. That's a declaration. You know we're going for it, and you know we're going to get it. And if we add that monster defensive tackle into the mix, the one everyone's whispering about, then it's game over. We're talking about a defense that doesn't just hold the line. It takes the ball. A defense that gets stops, creates chaos, and hands the ball right back to our offense for more damage. This is how you build a champion. Let me be crystal clear, our NFC South rivals should be terrified right now. While they're patching holes and arguing over quarterback reps, the Falcons are building a machine. What we're building at training camp, you can't teach it. You can't scheme around it. You can't stop it. The bond on this offensive line, that trust, that raw hunger, it's something you feel. It's something that can flip a division upside down. And if we land this defensive juggernaut, the balance of power in the South isn't just shifting, it's being obliterated. We're not coming to compete. We're coming to conquer. While the rest of the division reads vanilla reports about good throws and clean pockets, we're out here creating a brotherhood. And brotherhood wins championships. Falcons Nation, this is it. This is the moment we've waited years for. The chemistry, the fire, the quiet intensity, it's all coming together. This isn't some fluke or some feel-good training camp story. This is the foundation of a Super Bowl run. Look at what's happening. Linemen choosing to live together. Players so competitive they refuse to play video games with each other. A front office circling a $100 million playmaker to fill the last big hole on defense. That doesn't happen on ordinary teams. That only happens when something special is being built. So here's what I want from you. Spread the word. Comment your predictions. Tell every Falcons fan you know, 2025 is our year. Because when you mix an elite offensive line with a game-wrecking defense and fire that burns through every practice, you're not building a playoff team. You're building a dynasty. This team isn't talking anymore. We're about to show the world.